Very good. Good morning and happy Halloween. Yesterday marked the completion of my first 2 months as San Diego's interim mayor, and there have been some big changes this week that I want to expand on for just a moment. First, we bid farewell to our Chief Operating Officer, Walt Eckert, who's served the city enormously well during a very challenging time, to put it mildly. He is making a well-deserved return to retirement, and all San Diegans owe him a debt of gratitude for his service to our city. I can't put into words the impact that Walt and his successor have had on this transition period. We have moved forward successfully because of the work of these gentlemen and the team of city employees that they lead. Second, of course, we welcome Scott Chadwick as the new Chief Operating Officer for the City of San Diego. I appreciated the City Council's unanimous support for Scott's confirmation on Tuesday, and I'm confident in his abilities to lead our 10,000 employees and support the priorities of our city. Third, this week, the City Council also unanimously supported my plan to reorganize city government. As I mentioned during the council hearing, these are a series of strategic tweaks that are meant to help the organization run more smoothly, save time and money. Specifically, I expect that decisions will be made more quickly, information will be shared more efficiently, we'll become more proactive and less reactive, and we'll become much more aggressive at cultivating and promoting talented employees to advance within the organization. I'm proud that I was able to pass along these changes to the next mayor. Quite simply, our city government will be much more resilient and better run operation as a result of this reorganization. As you can see today, I'm not only joined by our new Chief Operating Officer, Scott Chadwick, but by two additional individuals, and I'm pleased to make these personnel announcements today. The first is that we have successfully lured back Mary Lewis to become the city's Chief Financial Officer. As you may know, Mary has been working at SD SERS for the past 2 years as their Chief Financial Officer. Before that, she spent 6 years at the city, first as the Financial Management Director and then as the city's Chief Financial Officer. She is a tireless worker with impeccable judgment, and she is the very definition of competence. We are lucky to have Mary back with us here again at the city. Mary, congratulations. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Secondly, I'm also extremely proud to announce that Stacy Seal will become the city's Assistant Chief Operating Officer. As many of you know, Stacy has been the city's Park and Recreation Director since 2007 and has done a truly wonderful job for our city and its citizens. She knows almost everything there is to know about how the city operates, having spent 3 decades working her way up from an intern to her current job. In her long and successful career with the city, she has worked in the city manager's office, the public utilities department, the engineering and capital projects department, and the park and recreation department, gaining more and more responsibilities with every step. She is a problem solver and a straight shooter. We are lucky to have someone with her talents in such an important position. Congratulations, Stacy. Proud to have you on the team. Adding these high caliber people to our city's leadership positions will allow additional progress for our city. And I want to take the opportunity to shift gears to some more newsworthy things going on here at the city this week. First, I want to give a brief update about food trucks. I'll start by correcting what appears to be the misimpression that we were actively cracking down on food trucks in San Diego. That's simply not true. Our code officers are not going out looking for violators. They're simply responding when we receive complaints from the community. To date, we have received only 3 complaints. In each of these cases, we issued a warning, and each time the food truck complied with the warning without the need for the city to issue a fine. In the meantime, we continue to advocate for an ordinance that would change the municipal code and allow food trucks to operate legally on private property, something that they are currently not allowed to do under the municipal code. I'm as big a fan as any of food trucks, and everyone is confident that we can find a way to solve this issue in a manner that is satisfactory to our food trucks, their customers, and the neighborhoods where they operate. An update on boards and commissions. When I became interim mayor, one of the problems that needed immediate attention was the scores of vacancies on the city's numerous boards and commissions. I'm proud to announce that we're making rapid progress on that front. On Monday, the council made more than 20 appointments to 4 critical boards and commissions: the Consolidated Plan Advisory Board, the Commission for Arts and Culture, our Small Business Advisory Board, and the Youth Commission. Our work in this area is not done. During the remainder of my time in office, I intend to bring forth more appointments on a routine basis until we can fill as many of the remaining vacancies as possible. This was a really unsustainable problem that happened under the previous administration, where we had nearly 200 vacancies on boards and commissions in situations with various boards could not meet to make decisions on behalf of the city. That's starting to change, and that change started on Tuesday. Also this week, I announced that the city would be releasing an approved request for proposals for our next emergency medical services provider. Because the RFP approved was developed in part by fire rescue staff, the department will not be able to bid on this contract. The RFP is for a term of 5 years. I have heard the call from people who want fire rescue to have the opportunity to bid. I want to give fire rescue the opportunity to successfully bid, but we are not in a position to do that yet. For that to occur, I have asked the chair of our Public Safety and Neighborhood Services Committee, Marty Emerald, to work with the Fire Rescue Department to prepare a plan of action, complete with budgets and timelines to better position the department to bid at the next opportunity. No one questions the Fire Rescue has the knowledge and expertise to design an EMS delivery system that would provide great service. Chief Maynard brought up 2 operational risks in pursuing a new RFP that I could not overlook. We could be left with an EMS system that our fire rescue department had no say in, and that we could lose the system improvements that were written into the current RFP. It is critical to note that the EMS RFP must also consider the financial resources of bidders so that operations proposed can be implemented and maintained over the course of the contract. The system's sustainability considerations and risks include ambulance costs, questionable legality of Proposition B and how that could impact the benefits of the new employees hired for this system, potential interpretation of Prop 26 on the amount that we could charge, the recently implemented Affordable Care Act and how that may change the usage of our systems and collections, the city's public liability fund, and providing safeguards to our city's general fund. San Diegans deserve a sustainable and stable EMS system. For me, that means that the system that does not put the rest of the city's services at risk because of unknowns. I look forward to working with Councilmember Emerald and our public safety professionals to invest in our internal resources so that fire rescue is better positioned to compete in the future. And with those updates and good news, I'll be happy to take any questions that folks have. Gentlemen?
You mentioned restructuring. You know, some of the candidates provided papers on restructuring as well. I'm just wondering if you had communicated at all with them during this process.
Question is about the restructuring that the City Council unanimously approved this week and whether or not there had been communication with the mayoral candidates. Obviously, 2 of the mayoral candidates voted to support the reorganization, Councilmembers Alvarez and Faulkner, and they both made very generous and positive comments during the public hearing. I have had a conversation with former Assemblymember Nathan Fletcher to let him know what I was proposing. And so I think that the major candidates are clear with what we're doing, and quite frankly, no matter which one wins, I think they'll be grateful to me that we put this position, this structure in place. This is not about my personality or my administration. This is about running the city in an efficient, effective manner, and this should go beyond just one administration. This should be how the city is run on a go-forward basis. Who else?
Linkage fees on Monday. What's your position?
Question is on linkage fees, which is on the City Council docket for Monday. I support the linkage fees. I've spent the better part of my professional career advocating for affordable housing. That has not changed. We recognize that this may have a significant impact on business, and so I'm continuing to have conversations with our business community to try and make sure that to the extent possible that we can implement something that may not be necessarily embraced, but that is, I think, sensitive to what has happened. But I want to point out a couple things. Number one, this is not just about advocating for affordable housing. This is about following our municipal code. And our municipal code says that we're supposed to update this fee up or down on an annual basis. For whatever reason, for years, that has been ignored. I think all of you have learned under my administration, we will follow the law, and if we don't like it, we'll repeal it. So the law says that we should have been doing that. We have an audit finding that says we haven't been doing that, and we need to take some sort of action. I would suggest that for many years now, people have done an effective job of blocking the law, that's encouraging folks not to follow the law. That's going to end on Monday. The particulars of how that will be done, I think, remains in flux, but there will be an updating to the linkage fee, and I think that that's the right thing to do. Just last week, San Diego was named the second least affordable housing market in the country. That is not a distinction that this mayor is proud to have, and we have to do something about it. It starts with linkage fee. Anyone else? All right, guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you.